Why is daily life in the Greek Dark Ages hard to reconstruct? Imagine trying to piece together a puzzle with most of the pieces missing. That's exactly what historians face when they try to understand daily life during the Greek Dark Ages. This period, starting around 1200 years before Christ, was a time of big change and upheaval. The once thriving Mycenaean civilization suddenly collapsed, and with it, much of what we knew about their everyday routines. One of the main reasons it's so tough to know what life was like back then is because the Greeks lost their writing system, called linear. The Mycenaeans used this script mainly for keeping track of their palace resources and trade. When their palaces fell apart, so did their ability to write and keep records. No official documents from that time have survived, so we don't have direct stories or lists to tell us what people ate, how they worked, or how they organized their communities. The economy also took a nosedive. Without large palaces and centralized control, local leaders or clans managed their own affairs. People focused on basic survival, which meant fewer grand buildings or elaborate artifacts. Archaeologists find simple pottery and tools, but these don't tell us much about daily routines or social life. The collapse of the big economic system meant less material culture to analyze, making it harder to understand how people lived day to day. The cultural landscape was also very fragmented. Different regions developed their own styles in pottery, burial customs, and settlements. This diversity shows there was no single, unified Greek culture at the time. Instead, many small groups were trying to rebuild their lives in different ways. This patchwork makes it difficult to paint a clear picture of what daily life looked like across the entire Greek world. Population numbers dropped sharply. Many towns and villages were abandoned, and fewer people meant fewer remains to study. Some areas continued small-scale activities, but overall, the population decline left behind limited evidence. Without large cities or thriving communities, it's hard to find the clues needed to understand everyday routines. And without writing, the Greeks relied on oral tradition to pass down stories, myths, and songs. While this kept their culture alive, it doesn't give us detailed facts about how people worked, farmed, or socialized. These stories are rich in myth but don't tell us about the practical aspects of daily life. So, when you visit Greece today and see the modest ruins from this period, remember how much was lost or destroyed. The lack of written records and the scattered archaeological remains make it a challenge to fully understand what life was like during the Greek Dark Ages. Still, what we do have shows resilient communities trying to survive and rebuild after a time of chaos.